So a common question I get is, how much life insurance coverage do I need? I'm going to go over 3 different methods that we can use to determine the appropriate amount of coverage. So method number 1, there's really what I like to call the 4 coverage pillars, is income replacement, debt elimination, children's future expenses, and final expenses. So income replacement. So this is pretty simple. General rule of thumb, take whatever your current income is, assuming you're the breadwinner of the home, and multiply that by 10 years, and that is how much coverage you should have in place. So if you're making 100 grand a year, multiply that by 10, that's $1 million worth of coverage. Number 2 is debt elimination. Pretty self-explanatory, but just make a list of all of your debts, add them up, and that's how much coverage you should have, so that when you pass, or if you pass in the time frame that you have your policy, that you have enough coverage to pay off those debts. So for this example, I used a $400,000 mortgage and $30,000 of credit card debt. Next up is children's future expenses. So again, if you don't have children, this won't apply. But if you have children, this is just a rule of thumb, and it looks different for everyone. So take this part with a grain of salt. But what you want to be thinking about is not only the cost to raise them, but what about you wanting to help out with bigger purchases in life? So college tuition, weddings, maybe purchasing your children or your kids a car. I just put the number 150,000 in there because who knows, especially if your kids are really, really young, who knows what college tuition, all these things are going to look like in 15, 20 years from now. So you can adjust that number, but the idea is you want to have a set amount of coverage for each child to help raise them, and if you want to help out with any major purchases throughout their life. So in this example, 2 kids, 150,000 each, that's another 300,000 of coverage. And then lastly here is final expenses. So for funeral and burial, I mean, these days you could easily spend $20,000. So you got a grand total, in this case using method number 1, you would need about $1,750,000 of coverage. And keep in mind, most people don't really go through this process and they're underinsured heavily. So we want to make sure we're hitting on every angle of life that would need money to help sustain it. So that's method 1. Method number 2, this is less common, but this is called the human life value approach. So basically what this is getting the maximum amount of life insurance that you possibly can. So think about it like this. There's no way that you could over-insure yourself. The life insurance carriers have a formula in place that determines how much coverage, the maximum amount of coverage you're able to get. So they look at your age, your income, and how many working years you have left. So think about it like this. You can't get a $30,000 car and insure it for $200,000. That'll never happen, because obviously there'd be an incentive to total the car to get a big insurance payout. The same thing goes for life insurance. You're never going to be able to over insure yourself. So this is the formula that the life insurance carriers will use. So for this example, let's say you're 35 years old, you're earning $100,000 a year, you would have about 30 working years left. So if you take your income, $100,000, multiply it by 30 working years remaining, that's going to give you $3 million of coverage. So that, in this example, that would be the absolute maximum amount of coverage you'd be able to get. And then lastly, method number 3, it ties into method number 2, but this is what I like to call buying in blocks. I didn't create this method. Tom Hegna is actually the individual who I learned this from. But general rule of thumb is for every $50,000 of income that you have, you should have $1 million worth of coverage. So if you're making that $100,000 a year, you would need, in this scenario, you would need $2 million of coverage. And why $50,000 or why $1 million of coverage per $50,000 of income? Because in today's day and age, as of filming this in April of 2026, safe money accounts can get you around 5%, especially annuities. So the idea is, remember, life insurance, the number one purpose of life insurance is income replacement. So if you're getting, in this case, $2 million of coverage, you pass away, and let's say your spouse takes that $2 million, puts it into an annuity that's paying 5%, you've successfully replaced the spouse's income income in this example. So that's where this method comes into play. It's based off of safe money accounts yielding around 5%. And typically that's going to be with an annuity. So those are really the three methods that you can use when you're determining how much life insurance coverage do I actually need. So I hope you got value from this video. If you want to see what it looks like to get coverage in place for yourself, if you want help actually figuring out how much you need, you can go to the description of this video, and at the top you'll see my calendar link. Just click on that. You can book in a day and time with me, and we can have a call and just really look through what the numbers would look like. And if you have any questions at all, you can go down to the comments, leave them there, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram. And then lastly, in the bottom corner, you're going to see a recommended video. Click on that, and I will see you in the next video.